Okay. Good morning, class. Let us begin with a new chapter in grammar, no finite verbs. Please open this chapter. This is the one which we are supposed to do. Okay. Please close the mic. Okay. So we are here, and the chapter begins with basic difference between finite and non-finite verbs. So we need to know what are basically finite verbs and what are non-finite. In the non-finite verbs. So firstly, finite verbs, they change according to the number and person of the subject, whereas the non-finite verbs does not change according to the number and person of the subject. So you have learned already that the basic difference, like supposing uh, this is a boy. Now, when we are talking of one particular boy, we use is. These are boys. Now, here we are talking of many boys, so the verb has changed. So it depends upon the number and the person of the subject, who about whom we are talking. Okay, so basically, it is the difference comes in the form of verb be placed in a sentence. Whereas in a non-finite verb, the verb does not change at all. Okay, it remains constant. He works hard. They work hard. Okay, so work has not changed. Only works and work has been a basic s has been added to it, but the basic word remains the same. Now, infinite verbs changes according to the tense of a sentence. Non-finite verb does not change according to the tense of a sentence. So let us see. There are three types of non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are basically of three types. One is infinitives, the other is gerund, and the third is participles. Okay. Now, let me tell you quickly, finite verbs has a subject and it exhibits tense. Okay. Whereas non-finite, the subjects do not change and does not exist tense or number in it. Okay. Now, there are three kinds of non-finite verbs. The infinitives. Verbs in their basic forms are called infinitives. Let us see the infinitives. All eyes here. Form. The infinitive is the basic form of a verb preceded by to. Now, automatically, when a verb is there and before that verb, it is to written there, to, then you immediately know it's an infinitive. Like, I want to meet him. Now, to meet is an infinitive word. Now, meet, see, the basic word is there and it doesn't change according to the number of a person and the subject. I want to meet him. I want to meet them. Now, here, to meet is not changing at all. Can you understand? So, that is why it is a non finite verb. And in that sense, we know non finite verbs are of three types: infinitives, gerunds, and participles. So, we are first dealing with infinitives, which you can easily recognize in a sentence when you see a verb, and before that verb, if you see to written there, it helps you to find out, yes, this is an infinitive. Okay. So, one form of recognizing infinitive is through the basic word is given, verb is given, and to is added before it. We have to go now. To go. Now, go is a verb. Before that, to is written. She likes to sing. Now, sing is a verb. To is written before it. To sing. So is an infinitive. Now, the second clause, how infinitives are formed after certain verbs such as feel, help, hear, let, make, see, and watch. The infinitive is used without to. So you have to learn these basic words: feel, hear, help, let, make, see, watch. There are these kind of words. Now let the boy speak. We don't say let the boy to speak. We say speak. Now again, speak is a word which will not change by the number and the tense we are talking of. It will remain constant. That is why it is non-finite. See another. They watched the snake climb the wall. So you see this is a basic word, and it is, we don't say they watched the snake to climb the wall. So to is not present in certain words like these, which I have mentioned. Feel, hear, help, let, make, see, watch, etc. So at times to is not there, yet such constructions, they are called bare infinitives. That means the ones which do not have to written in front, they are bare infinitives, but they are infinitives. Okay. Then they are also used before modals, after modal auxiliaries such as must, shall, will, should, could, may, would, must, need, dare. The infinitive is used without to. So many a times infinitives are used without to in front from the when modal auxiliaries are kept. Now, what are modal auxiliaries? Modal auxiliaries are these words which are written here: must, shall, will, should, would, may, could, must, need, dare, etc. Now, let us take the example. You shall speak now. Now, shall is a modal auxiliary and speak. So, we do not write you shall to speak now. You shall speak now is the correct way. I must speak now. Now, you see that these basic words, they are not changing. Okay? You need to go. So all these, you need not go. So these are the, need not is a modal auxiliary and go is a verb. He dare not refuse. So not is a, no, yes, not is a modal auxiliary. No, not is a negation. Dare is a, dare is a modal auxiliary and refuse is the verb. Now then, infinitives are also formed when after some prepositions such as except, but, save, and than, the infinitive is used without to. Now, they are saying the maid can do all the work, household chores, but cook. Matlab, she can do every other work, but she cannot cook. So here, but is used as a without to. The baby did not accept, did nothing except crying. So here again, except is used as a preposition and cry. Okay, so many a times prepositions are placed before the infinitive, and so to is not present. Now the function, the infinitive can act as a subject to a verb. Please underline this. That means an infinitive can act as a subject. That means subject, verb, predicate. Subject is the person about whom the sentence is talking about. Okay? So it can act as a subject also. Now the direct object to a transitive verb and complement to a verb and the object of a preposition. For example, to act is not the same thing as to react. Now subject of the verb is to act. So here they are telling you that many a times infinitive begins a sentence also. It acts as a subject. Jacob loves to sleep. Now here it is a direct object of the transitive verb loves. Loves का direct object है. Jacob is the subject. Loves is a verb. Now loves what? To sleep is it. So now to sleep acts as an object to the verb loves. So this is what they have told here in functions. Then we come on to gerund. Sorry. Now, gerund also is very easy. Gerunds, basically, when you see a verb with ing written behind it, that is a gerund. Okay, you can easily pick up a gerund by just seeing the ing written behind it. but then it functions as a noun. The difference is even participles can be picked up by seeing the verb with ing. But the difference between a gerund and a participle is that ing is written on both. But in one, when we are talking of gerund, the verb acts as a noun. It works the function, forms a verb that functions as a noun. Okay? Like, see, I enjoy sailing. I is a subject. Enjoy is a verb. Now, sailing is an activity here. Sailing is an activity, yet it is acting as a noun in this sentence. Swimming is a healthy exercise. Now, we know swimming is a verb here, but then it is acting as a noun. Okay? So, when a particular verb with ing functions as a noun, then we call it a gerund. I love acting. Acting is a verb, but here it is acting as a noun. It is functioning as doing a work of a noun. So how it functions, let us see. A gerund always functions as a noun in a sentence. As such, it can be the subject to a verb, the direct object to a verb, a complement to a verb, or the object of preposition. Please make sure you know this gerund, how it acts. Now, the examples will make it more clear. Skiing brings me pleasure. Now, here, skiing brings, it is a subject to the word brings. Can you see? Skiing brings me pleasure. Now, here, skiing is acting as a subject. Brings is a verb. So, what brings? Skiing brings pleasure. Now, in the second, I love skiing. Now, here it has immediately turned into an object. Then the third, my passion is skiing. Now, here it is a subject complement to the verb is. And the last one, I dream of skiing. Now, here it acts as an object of the preposition of. Can you see that? So, this is what it is. Then, comparison between infinitives and the gerund. Let us see the comparison. How are they different? Infinitives, both the infinitives and the gerund can function as the nouns in a sentence. They are often interchangeable when they act as the subject or direct object of a verb. For example, to win is everything. Now, to win is everything. To win here acts as an infinitive. Let us change it into gerund. Winning is everything. See, I added ing and it is acting as a noun. It is behaving as if it is a noun in a sentence. So to win is everything. We changed it into gerund. Winning is everything. Next, I love to win. It's an infinitive. I love winning is a gerund. Got it? Breathing means living. Now here breathing and living act as a gerund. Let us change it to infinitive. To breathe means to live. See, by adding to, I have made this into infinitive. Okay? Sometimes, even though either infinitive or gerund can be used in a sentence, the meaning will slightly change. I forgot to buy fruits. मतलब कि मैं फ्रूट्स खरीदना भूल गई थी. ठीक है? Now here to buy is acting as a infinitive. Now see, I forgot buying fruits, which means I forgot that I had bought fruits. ठीक है? There's a little change in a sentence meaning at times. At times, it's not compulsory. Then we talk of participles. A participle is the word formed from a verb which can be used as an adjective. Please underline this before you move further. So what is the participle? A participle is a word formed by a verb. That means verb is helping in its formation, which can be used as an adjective also. Now there are two types of participles, present participles which end in ing and past participles which end in ed, t, en, d or n. So let us see. The present participle, very easy. I am working. I am baking. So ing is there and the work is also clear. So it is the present. But when we talk of past, it functions as I baked. Now here ed is written. Okay? I spent. T is used. So basically, past participles also have ing in the present tense, present participles, and in the past, it uses ed, d, t, en, and n. So let us first do the present participle and see how they are formed. The present participle is the ing form of the verb, which is used in the formation of all continuous and perfect continuous tenses. It can also be used as an adjective. Example, barking dogs seldom bite. Now, what kind of dog? Barking. So here, barking, it's a present participle, which is also acting as an adjective. Okay, please come to this note here, which is given here. The perfect participle is a combination of the present participle having and the past participle. For example, having scanned the question paper, Anita answered the question. So many a times we get a perfect participle by adding having here. Okay. Next, functions. Let us see the functions where participles are needed. Now, the present participle is used to form the continuous tense form. For example, Karan is participating in a debate. So here you can see participating. They are playing hockey. Playing, again, you can easily form just by seeing ing, you know that they are working in a verb. Okay, working with ing in a verb. Okay, so these are participles. Now, for the present participle can be used as an adjective also. This is an interesting book. What kind of a book? Interesting. So, though it is a present participle, but is used as an adjective in a sentence. Okay. Number three, the present participle can be used as the subject or object complement of a verb. So the verb in this given below sentences is, and it is acting as an object or a subject complement here. Let us see. This chapter is interesting. Now here, subject complement to the verb is. Okay, so is the verb and it is a subject complement to the verb is. Interesting. I can almost hear you landing. So here it is the object complement to the verb here. Okay, did you get it? Next, the present participle is used in participle phrases to show a succession of events. For example, removing his coat, Mithun jumped into the river. So you can see this. It's a present participle which is used as principal phrase, basic phrase for any particular sentence. Now here again they talk of comparison between the gerunds and the present participles. That means now you have a comparison between gerund and participles, and in participles also basically the present. That is one having ing in it. Gerunds also have ing. Participles also have. Present participles also have ing. Past participles they have ed, d, n, all this. Okay. So let us see the difference. How we differentiate between a gerund and a present participle. So let us see. Although the two are exactly alike in form, the gerund acts like a noun while the present participle acts like an adjective. Please underline this. Gerund acts like a noun and present participle, it acts like an adjective. Let us see. I saw him swimming. Now, swimming as a present participle. In this sentence, it is a present participle adjective complement qualifying the pronoun him. I saw him doing what? Swimming. Then come to the next. I love swimming. Now, swimming here is a gerund Why? Because it is acting as an object to the verb love. Did you get this? Is this much clear to each one of you till here? If it is,
Yes, ma'am.
please, okay. So please note down what you will write in this. You will come to the first thing. You will write infinitives. You write, sorry, just a second. You write non-finite verbs on top. Okay. Then you will write the basic difference between them. That means this chart you will draw. This chart, which is given on the second page also for continuation. No, only this. These two differences you will write. I repeat, you'll write the heading non-finite verbs. Then you'll write basic difference between finite and non-finite verbs. And you will write these two differences. Did you get it? Then you will write the three types of non-finite verbs in which you write infinitive. Okay. And in infinitive, you will write first, second, third, fourth jotters, just the first line. That means the infinitive is the basic form of a verb preceded by to. Then number two, after certain verbs such as these, the infinitive is used without to. That's it. These are called bare infinitives. Yahan tak ka. Then third, after modal auxiliaries such as these. Then fourth, after some prepositions such as except, but, save, and than. That's it. For infinitive, you will only write this much. No functions, etc. Then you will come on to gerund. Okay. In gerund, you will just write the gerund is the ing form of a verb that functions as a noun. That's it. Then you come on to participles. Leave all this. Participles, you write a participle is a word formed from a verb which can be used as an adjective. Only this much. Tomorrow we will begin with the A exercise. We end the class now. Is everything clear? Whatever you have to write, I have said in the video. So what you can do is you can